Hey guys, here's a video to help you guys with your websites. So this isn't going to go over design, or actually I guess I should go over design as well. We'll do that in another video. This one's specifically on like heading tags and file names and all that kind of stuff. And basically the goal is for you to show up more often on Google for free using the organic. So basically, if you're not familiar, there's basically two ways to show up on Google. You have the organic, which is basically free. And that's how you would basically encode your website. And then the other way is Google Ads. Both are great, but you want to be using both, especially if you don't want to be spending a ridiculous amount of money on Google Ads the rest of your life. So to look at this, what we're going to do is we're going to right click and then hit inspect. Okay. What this does, and this is all going to look crazy to you at first, but it's going to be simple. What we're going to do now is hit Control F. So the first thing what we're doing is looking for heading tags. They're H1, H2, H3, 4, 5, and so on. So basically the way to think of it is H1 is basically if you think of your website or the page as a book, it's the title of the book. So one, you need an H1 tag so that way Google knows what this page is. The other thing is you only want one H1 tag. Because again, it's the book title. You wouldn't have multiple book titles because if you went on Amazon and search for the second book title, it's not going to show up for you because it's thinking it needs, the first book title. So, key takeaway, at least one H1 tag and only one H1 tag. Okay. So what we're going to do is after we hit Control F, we're going to be typing in this area here. Okay. So what you're going to do is hit this little less than symbol. I believe that's the less than symbol. And then you're going to hit the slash. Okay, and then H and 1. Okay, so we hit H1 and now we're looking here. Okay, 1 of 3. So this means that there's 3 H1 titles here. So that's a problem because again, you basically have 3 book titles at this point. Okay, so if you go over the one that's highlighted here, and you can see down here is what was highlighted. So right now, the book title of this is so far John's Fencing. The next one is Fences We Offer. And then the final book title is Our Fencing Company Serves Clients in the Following Areas. So obviously from a Google standpoint, this is very confusing to them because they have no idea what's going on. The other thing is, and this is for the homepage, so that's fine. Obviously you're going to have other pages like, wooden fences, all that kind of stuff. But one thing to think about, actually, I'm not going into this design. I'm not going to do it. So anyway, what you want to do is some thoughts about the H1 tag. So, the first one was John's Fencing. So this is a newer company. They haven't been around for a while. So people aren't going to be searching for John's fence. So I would not personally worry about that being as an H1 tag. I understand it's your name, but it's not something to be worried about. What I would be doing is changing this to the H1 tag of being this. The reason for that is far more people are going to be searching for fence company. They're typing in Google fence company Ottawa, Ontario, or they're typing in fence company near me. And if they happen to be in Ottawa, this is going to be very relevant in Google's mind. Okay. Hope that makes sense. But again, only one H1 tag. That is it. Next, and I should have explained. So H1 is the book title. H2 would be kind of like the chapter. H3 would be the information within that chapter. Okay. So in my mind, the way this should be set up is, again, H1 should be this by far, because this is going to show up more often than anything else. Okay. H2, this would be the fence styles. And I would change this to fence styles because people are going to be searching for that as opposed to fences we offer. I hope that makes sense. All this is, you're trying to get in the customer's, their head and what they're thinking of when they're searching for this stuff. So again, fence styles, that would be an H2 tag, okay? All this stuff you can do in WordPress. I'll probably do a separate video for this kind of thing, okay? The next thing, these here, wooden fence, PVC fence, oops, I didn't mean to click on that. Let's get back. So, you need to put in whatever people are searching for. Like, do they just type in wooden fence? Or do they type in cedar fence? Like, what are they putting in? Pressure treated? Like, what do you offer, right? If you only offer cedar fence, like, I'd probably change this to cedar fence. Now, So again, all these should be H3 tags. And are people in your area typing in PVC fence, or are they typing in vinyl fence? Okay. And if you're like, Joe, how would I possibly know that? Well, glad you asked. So we're going to use this other program. It's called kwfinder.com. I believe they do charge for it. There might be other free tools, but this is what I've used for years and I really enjoy it. So what we're going to do is we're typing in Ottawa, Canada. And just for the hell of it, we're going to type in PVC fence. Okay. PVC fence, Ottawa, Ontario. There's 290 people looking for this every month. This goes by average monthly search. Okay. Normally this will populate. It's going very slow for some reason. It's okay. Now we're going to type in vinyl fence. Okay. Only 150. So this needs to stay, down in, for the States, in our area, they're typing vinyl fence, not PVC fence. So that's why we put that. The other thing, you might want to put PVC/vinyl fence. Okay. So that way you kind of get both of them. That's an extra 110 searches a month that you would get. Okay. Eco stone fence, see whatever they're calling this stuff, service calls, chain link, see what their iron fence. Are people looking for iron fence, or are you really doing iron, or are you doing aluminum? So this iron fence, 40 searches a month, right? Oops. Let's call it helps if you type in this stuff the right way. I think it was there, 40. So iron fence 40. So, or wrought iron, like all this stuff shows up. And if the way to use this, just hit the other button, and this will goes by the search ranking, like how many searches are done per month. So anyway, you would go through each of these and change them. And again, you want to change these to an H3 tag because, again, I know I keep saying this, but H1 is your it's the main title of this page, and there's only one, so it should be this. Okay. And I would type in not fencing company, fence company. It's close enough, but that's what I would do. Then your H2. So again, I would change this to fence styles because that's going to be searched more often than fences we offer. Okay. And I don't know what that's there for. Copy. Oh, okay. Anyway, so change these to whatever they need to be. Maybe it's wooden fence, maybe it's wood fence, maybe it's cedar fence, maybe it's pressure treated fence. I don't know. Okay. Then after that, this would be another H2 tag. And then these would be, I would change these to fence installation, Orleans, oh my God, Orleans, losing it. I would probably change these to fence installation, for each of them. And then again, change these to H3 tags because that would be helpful. The other thing is you really want a map of your entire area that you service because you're servicing all these, but then in the map, it's only showing Ottawa. So, Google is going to think that there's a chance that you only service Ottawa, even though there's all this stuff. So change your map to be the rest of them. Okay. So I hope that makes sense. The next thing, we're just going to click. Oh, the other thing that's important are what you call your images. Okay. So if I, right click on it and then save image as, it's going to tell me what it's saved as. You don't want it saved as this. You don't want unnamed too because that's not going to show up. People aren't searching for unnamed fences. Okay. What you want to change this to, and again, this is after you research this. So if we're keeping this wooden fence, okay, it should be called wooden dash fence. And this I would put fence installation. I would save it as that and then upload it. So I hope that makes sense. You want that to be, wooden fence. I guess I don't need twice, but I would leave it in there. So change that. Same thing for this. Let's see, save image. Same thing, unnamed too. Like this is not going to get you any brownie points from Google. So change all these. So, and then same thing. I just want to see, save image as. All of it's unnamed. I hope you built this yourself, John. Okay. Trying to see. All right, so that's about it. So let's go to a next page. Wooden fence. Okay, so same thing. We are going to see how many H1 tags there are, and there are 3. So same thing, this is not good because there's 3 titles. So wooden fences, customization options. Okay. Yeah, so same thing. Only one H1 tag, then there should be your H2s. 6 to 7 feet, post as plank width. So with this, I know I wasn't going to design, but the customization options, like this is not helpful to the person. Post caps, lattice. I would have, honestly, I would stop it from rotating because like as a customer, when you're just looking at this, you can't focus on it. So same thing, we're going to save the image as, everything's unnamed. That's save image. Yeah, so all this has to change. So again, you know, wooden fences, and then is there certain styles people are looking for? So lattice would be a good example. So that would probably be an H3 tag. Same thing with post caps, gates, all that kind of stuff. So change that. So I hope this video was helpful. I probably will do another one with design and that kind of thing, but for the most part, this is all you want to do for now. All right, have a great day. See ya.